Serrano. This is for Business Law 113, and today I'll be talking about product liability in my presentation. Now, what will be covered specifically are three questions. 1. What theories may product liability be based on? 2. What are the requirements for strict product liability? And 3. What are some of the defenses to product liability? Of course, the first one, what theories may product liability be based on? There's 4 theories I mainly want to go over for this. The first one will be negligence. Negligence means that reasonable care was not exercised when a product was designed, produced, or sold. Next would be misrepresentation, which means that false or misleading statements were made, causing the consumer to be injured. Next would be strict liability, which means that if a product was defective, a party may be held liable, regardless of negligence. And the last one is warranties, and there's 2 types of warranties I want to go over. The first would be express warranty, which means that commitments were made to the seller, either verbally or in writing, assuring certain standards. And the other one is implied warranty, which are unspoken, unwritten promises that are automatically in place when a product is sold. Now our next one would be, what are the requirements for strict product liability? And there's 4 for this one as well. The first one would be a product was defective, and this can stem from design defects, manufacturing flaws, or inadequate warnings and instructions on any labels. The product must deviate from the intended design or hold a risk that is unreasonable to customers. The next one would be unreasonably dangerous products, which means that the product must be found dangerous beyond the expectation of the consumer and the manager of the product failed to produce a safer option. The next one would be causation. And then this means that it must be demonstrated that the defect was a direct harm and that the product's use was foreseeable. The last one would be that the product was not substantially changed. And this means that the product that may have caused the harm must not have been substantially changed from the time the product was sold to the time the injury was sustained. If it was changed, then the fault would no longer be on the producer of the product. And then our final question, what are some of the defenses to product liability? Now, the first defense to product liability I want to go over is product misuse. And this means that the product was used in a way that was not foreseeable by the producers. An example of this would be using a lawnmower as a hedge trimmer. This would be a clear misuse of product and can be used as a defense against product liability. The next one would be assumption of risk. And this means that the injured party knew of the defect/danger, and they voluntarily chose to use the product anyway. This would help the defendant's case as it shows that there were adequate warnings placed beforehand, but there was negligence on the consumer's side. Speaking of negligence on the consumer side, we have comparative negligence. Now, this is based on the plaintiff's own negligence which contributed to an injury. However, some cases won't focus on this too much, as it is less about the conduct of the defendant and more about the quality of the product. Now, our last topic for this would be statute of limitations. And this means that the laws limit the time period within which a claim can be filed. This is usually between 2 to 4 years for product liability claims. Now, what did we learn today? To sum it all up, we learned product liability ensures safety, holds manufacturers accountable, and protects consumers from defective/dangerous products. And these are the 3 references that I used for my presentation that helped with learning more about strict product liability. Thank you.